Hey guys, this is Basidio here. I got an RU match for you today. It's against Jonah Riot. Don't know him, it was just someone off the ladder search finder. My team's at the top. I got Smeargle, who's my Spore Baton Passer. Spore Quiver Dance Substitute Baton Pass. Um, with a Focus Sash, so he can always live one hit. Clefable with Light Screen, Reflect, Stealth Rocks, and Healing Wish. Not a common set seen on Clefable, which makes it more useful. Um, Light Clay to make the dual screens last longer. Stealth Rock because I didn't want to put it on anyone else. And Healing Wish is really great because it's not expected, and if they don't have hazards up and my Smeargle's at Focus Sash, I can kill off my Clefable and get my Smeargle up to full health again and then I get to reuse the Focus Sash. Nidoqueen, standard set, Life Orb obviously. She's basically just a Quiver Dance receiver, Baton Pass receiver. If she gets two Baton Passes passed to her, she can OHKO everything in the tier besides Munchlax pretty much. Um, Even if she doesn't get any passes to her, if I'm not able to, she's still just a force to be reckoned with. Like, ask anyone who's played RU, Nidoqueen does work. So, Sceptile over here, I'm running max HP EVs, max attack EVs, because I figure if I can get them in behind dual screens, or in an opportunity where they would have to switch, I'll have the chance to go for a Swords Dance, and he is Swords Dance, Acrobatics, Leaf Blade, Earthquake. So after the Acrobatics boost, I'll be outspeeding everything in the game, even Scarf users anyway. So I might as well just invest in HP, since I know I will be able to get the Swords Dance and the Acrobatics off. Crawdaunt, who's standard Crawdaunt, substitute, Dragon Dance, Waterfall, Crunch with adaptability. Just had good coverage with the rest of the team, and also my team really struggles with Sigilyph, especially if it isn't coming in on something that I've passed boosts to, because after a few Cosmic Powers, I can't break it at all with anyone on my team. And Crawdaunt completely walls it, because even if it does go for the Psycho Shift, because they normally run Flame Orb, Psycho Shift, Flame Orb with Psycho Shift, Cosmic Power, Stored Power, and Roost. He does outspeed, but it'll just take my Lumberry, and then I can set up a sub and completely wall it, and then as he switches out, which he has to, I can set up a free Dragon Dance. And then Meespree, who's my other Quiver Dance receiver, Psyshock, Ice Beam, Thunderbolt, Calm Mind with a Lumberry. It's always nice to have Lumberry on at least one of your Baton Pass receivers, and he has good defensive coverage with Nidoqueen. Takes is immune to ground moves with Levitate, which Nidoqueen doesn't like. So his team, it looks like Hitmonchan, probably a Spinner, Mandibuzz, probably Phaser with Toxic, Electivire, who takes electric moves to get the overdrive, and also just has ridiculous coverage. I'm pretty sure he can hit everything on my team for super effective damage. Maybe not the Sceptile. Sapsip or Bofalant, I'm pretty sure. I'm not even sure what Uxie this was. I'm guessing it was a standard defensive Stealth Rock U-turn. And then Choice Scarf, Rotom, Trick, Volt Switch, Leaf Storm, that stuff. So let's start. So he leads off with his Mandibuzz. I lead off with my Smeargle. Now I predict him to switch here into his Bouffalant to take the Spore. So I go straight for this Quiver Dance so he doesn't get the Sap Zipper boost. So I just Baton Pass right away here. Go into my Nidoqueen. He could have gone for Earthquake. It was kind of a risky move, but it pays off because he goes for the Superpower, which I resist. And I see that he's Life Orbed. So now I just go straight for a Sludge Wave because it's higher base power than Earth Power. And it does a huge amount to the Uxie, and I'm able to 2-hit KO it. Now he goes into his Electivire, and I figure I'll just go for another Sludge Wave because even though I have the Earth power, a Sludge Wave will kill it anyway, and maybe I can make him think that I'm Scarfed. Or not, maybe Scarfed or maybe Specs, or just some choice. But he dies, go for the Thunderbolt, he goes for the Whirlwind to Whirlwind me out. Now I go for the Sword because I figure he'll think I'll go for the Quiver Dance and Whirlwind me out again. So, put him to sleep, I go for a Quiver Dance. He wakes up, first turn, and goes for a Roost. So now I'm guessing he will predict the Spore, so I go straight for the Baton Pass, and he does switch into his Buffalon. So I'm predicting pretty well. He go into Nidoqueen, and I go for the Sludge Wave. The Sludge Wave doesn't kill it. I'm guessing it's running max HP, max attack. Bouffalantes usually don't run speed EVs because they're so slow, and they're naturally bulky, so it's nice, but he dies off from the Life Orb recoil. So I go into my Clefable, he goes into his Rotom, he goes for the Trick, which sucks, because I set up Stealth Rocks, and now I gotta switch, and now I can't set up Dual Screens, and he knows I have Dual Screens because he got the Light Clay. So he goes for a Leaf Storm, knocks me down to my Sash, but takes the special attack drop. Now, because he lost his Choice Scarf, I'm actually faster, so I put his Rotom to sleep, and I predicted the switch, and I figured even if he didn't switch, Baton Pass was the best option, because that way, if he does switch, I get to see what he switches in before I switch him. So I go for an Ice Beam, and does about 40%, and he goes for the Roost. Now, I figured he'd go for another Roost here, so I decided to go for the Common, and I know he can just Whirlwind me out, but it's better than just getting PP stalled since I'm doing less damage than Roost heals. But he goes for the Toxic and takes out my Lumberry. My Lumberry takes out the Toxic. I go for an Ice Beam and I do a little over 50%. He goes for the Whirlwind. And he switches here, I guess predicting that I'd set up one of the screens because he saw that I had screens. But I just go for the Healing Wish and I send in my Smeargle, and now my Smeargle's back at full health. I just go for the Baton Pass because I'm not looking to try to set up with Smeargle. I figured I'd save him for later, and I switch in my Rotom, go for the Swords Dance, he stays asleep, go for Acrobatics, so now I'm at +2/+2, and the crit here didn't matter, I got a crit though, because Flying Gem Acrobatics at +2, fully EV'd Sceptile wasn't an issue. And now I just Acrobatics to finish off his team. So, good game, Jonah Riot. He forfeits, actually. But, good game, Jonah Riot. Thanks for watching. If you liked my commentation, this is my first video ever. So, please like, subscribe, leave a comment, let me know, how to get better, what I should do, what I shouldn't do. I'm new to this, so, thanks. See you soon. Bye.